again, these just keep popping up all over, and the more Michael Bloomberg continues to spend hundreds of millions of dollars to try to buy this election, the more independent media, just people in general, are going to dig this stuff up and highlight how horrible truly Michael Bloomberg is and was in the past. And this is just another example of it. Let's take a look and then we'll discuss.
Now let's talk about intelligent cuts rather than this sequestering thing, which would devastate defense. There is a ways to slowly decrease.
So devastating defense. So not wanting to increase the military budget at all, even though at that time, whenever it was, the United States was spending, I should say, just monstrous amounts of money on the military for death and destruction. He's saying, no, we can't touch any of that. But look what he's willing to cut. Let's check it out.
Benefits or raise the eligibility age for Medicare and for Social Security.
Raising the age that you would be able to receive Medicare, or what do you say? Was it Medicaid and Social Security or Medicare? It's because there's a slight difference, but I mean.
And for Social Security, there's a ways to have more copay.
Said Medicare. So he wants to take away people's Social Security, make it so they have to be, you can't get it until you're, 62 or 65? Is 65, I'm pretty sure, in the United States already. Not a super young age, especially if you're somebody who has to work a very, physically demanding job, something like, construction or some type of trade or, or moving or, that type of thing. Things you have to, physically exert your body day on end, just breaking it down. This would disproportionately affect the working class, the people who could at least afford it, but he doesn't give a shit. Obviously, he has just an ungodly amount of money, $600 billion. He spent now $400 billion on ad buys during this election. And again, that's how corrupt and just broken our political system is, where Bloomberg, a billionaire, oligarch, racist, classist, sexist, just crazy person for all these horrible views that he has, is able to buy his way in an election because he can spend unlimited amounts of money. We need public financing in an election, so oligarchs like this can't buy their way into the race and trying to buy his way into the nomination. I think he'd get destroyed by Trump, but still, just the horrible system. This shouldn't be able to happen. It should be, candidates should have to, run Bernie-style campaigns where they're bought for and paid for by the people with, small dollar donations. So he wants to raise the eligibility age for Medicare, so people have to wait even longer till they can get good quality care from the government, as well as Social Security. The meager benefits that people do get from that are super important for elderly people, especially obviously low income, or especially, it's just an attack on the working class. It's obviously, racist as well because of the wealth inequality that exists in the United States. These programs are super important for people and communities of color as well. And we already know about all the horrible racist things that Bloomberg has said and done in the past with regards to, stop and frisk. And he supported George W. Bush, the Iraq War. He was a Republican for a long time. He told multiple people who were working for him at Bloomberg that they should go kill their babies. He's a horrible person. He's a horrible person.
Medicaid, which will do two things. One, the users of the service will pay a little more, but two, they'll think twice.
And he said Medicaid. So this is health insurance for low income people and includes children as well. I think that's under that. So again, he wants to make it harder for the most vulnerable people in the United States to be able to get health care, to be able to see a doctor, see a nurse, get checked out when they get hurt, get checked out when they don't feel good. He's making it less likely that will happen. And again, he's not concerned with saving money. He's just concerned with protecting his oligarch owner class interests, because we know in studies, there's multiple studies, one just came out in the Lancet. Medicare for All saves $450 billion, it's billion with a B, dollars each year in the United States, as well as 68,000 lives. So this is the type of policies that Michael Bloomberg supports and would advocate for. While elected, he's not going to obviously support Medicare for All or fight to make sure that becomes a reality. So 70,000, close to 70,000, probably more people die each year because they don't have health care, and we're wasting ungodly amounts of money, that are going to these for-profit rapacious healthcare companies in the pharmaceutical industry. And Michael Bloomberg's just more of the same, more of the status quo neoliberalism, more austerity, more privatization, more cuts to programs that benefit the working class while propping up the Wall Street and oligarch and these big corporations.
Use services, so the services they use will be those that are really needed and not stuff that would be nice to have.
Oh my God, what the fuck does that even mean? It is, I mean, literally, and you really gotta pay attention too, because there's a lot of people out there defending Bloomberg who haven't defended him in the past, who have actually criticized them in the past, I should say, and now who are defending him. People like Soledad O'Brien and others in the mainstream media, and you wonder, like, he's been paying influencers to say good things about him, to post memes and do all this stuff. He's probably paying off journalists, or they're thinking, well, if I say some good stuff about Bloomberg's campaign right now, even if it doesn't win, maybe I can get a nice cushy job at Bloomberg News, once the race is over or the election season's gone or whatnot. So, but again, he's a racist, billionaire, sexist, classist, oligarch. He wants to make it harder for the average working class person in the United States to get by. He wants to make it harder for people to get Medicare and Social Security and Medicaid, and it's horrible. It's horrible. And again, Bernie is the only choice if we want to make the United States work for the majority and not just the 1% and the billionaire owner class. So Bernie 2020, not me, us. Peace. Leave your comments in the comment sections down here. Peace.